Enough is Enough, EIE, known as a non-governmental organization comprising of Nigerian youth advocacy, unveiled its book titled Footprints, Past, Present and Future. Following the unveiling of the book in a commemoration of the 12 years of experience of Enough is Enough since 2012, it is a result of the impact and building of a new generation to the limelight of our past, present and future of our dear nation. Meanwhile, the Executive Director of EIE, Yemi Adamolekun, expressed his pleasure on how democracy is being practiced in Nigeria while advocating for good governance, economic stability, security matters, and the role for citizens to play at critical times. Nigeria is about to experience another landmark come 2023 general election.
It's all activities of footprints. Footprint is a word that we're leaving our footprints in the sands of time. And that's why it says past, present, and future. So over 12 years, EIE has done a lot of work in shaping the civic space, in getting citizens to occupy the office of the citizen, understand their rights and their responsibilities. And this book is a book of 12 chapters that talks about our culture of protest, fundraising, our election work, our National Assembly work. Each chapter speaks about a different thing, and it's contributed to by 47 different people.
Panelists and dignitaries who graced the occasion couldn't hide their feelings while interacting with our correspondents in memory of the past incidents, the present situation of our country, Nigeria, and how sure we are about the future.
Now, I think just like what Ms. Yemi said in terms of just how things are working now, it's that we have a more of like an autocratic system where it's what the government says or demands that is what citizens have to abide by. It's no longer a case of, what the citizens want. It's now how can we, drive the citizens to do what we want, and which shouldn't be the case. It should be how do we get citizens to, how do we listen to the citizens, hear what they have to say, and find ways to, at least get to a middle ground where, it works for both parties, where pretty much the nation works for everyone.
I get into trouble in this country. My assessment of Nigeria's democracy is that it is strong. That's a different thing from the assessment of Nigeria's governance. Our governance is shaky, but the democracy is strong. And when people ask me why that, I say, does any of us believe that we know who is going to become president next year? None of us do. It could be any of the three. And the fact that we're in a place in our democracy where none of us is sure of who will win next year's election is the strongest signal of a robust democracy. I woke up this morning and one major newspaper in Nigeria and major TV station was challenging the supposed front runner for these elections, who is in the ruling party, and is not essentially afraid of any huge costs, of that action. That is the sign of a robust democracy. That cannot happen in Ethiopia. It cannot happen in Mali. It can't happen in Burkina Faso. There are many countries where that cannot even happen. If the government doesn't backlash, the private sector would backlash. So Nigeria, by the coincidence of chance, civil society, and citizen protest, has happened upon a robust democracy.
However, the high point of the occasion was the unveiling of the book titled Footprints. In Lagos, Olayinka Olatunji reporting for Newsbuster NGTV.